Hi everyone, and welcome back to the channel. It's so lovely to have you here with me today. Now, let me ask you something. Have you ever found yourself staring at the ceiling in the middle of the night, wishing for that peaceful, deep sleep that used to come so easily? Or perhaps you wake up feeling a little more tired and achy than you'd like, even after what felt like a decent amount of rest? If you're nodding along, you're certainly not alone. As we gracefully journey through our 60s and beyond, our bodies naturally go through some changes, and sometimes, those changes can affect how well we sleep and how energetic we feel throughout the day. I know firsthand how frustrating it can be. There were times when I felt like my energy was just dwindling. The get up and go I used to have seemed to take a vacation I wasn't invited on. And those restless nights? They made everything feel even more challenging. I'd wake up feeling like I hadn't slept at all, and the day would stretch out before me like a marathon I hadn't trained for. I started thinking, there has to be something I can do about this. I tried all sorts of things, from different bedtime routines to cutting out caffeine earlier in the day. Some things helped a little, but nothing seemed to make a truly significant difference. Then I stumbled upon something quite simple, something that I initially overlooked. It's not a complicated exercise routine, or an expensive gadget, or some fancy supplement. It's something you can easily incorporate into your daily routine, and for me, it has been a game changer. It's become my little nightly ritual, and honestly, the difference it has made in my sleep quality and overall well-being has been remarkable. That's what I wanted to share with you today. In this video, we're going to talk about incorporating one specific food into your nightly routine, just a small amount, that has truly helped me sleep better and feel healthier after 65. It's not about restrictive diets or making huge changes. It's about adding something beneficial that can gently nudge your body towards better rest and improved vitality. Now, before we dive into exactly what this nightly wonder is, let's talk a little bit about why sleep and feeling energetic are so important, especially as we get a bit older. Good quality sleep isn't just about feeling rested the next day. It plays a vital role in so many of our body's functions. While we're sleeping, our bodies are hard at work repairing tissues, consolidating memories, and even strengthening our immune system. When we don't get enough good sleep, or when our sleep is constantly disrupted, it can affect everything from our mood and concentration to our long-term health. You might find yourself feeling more irritable, having trouble focusing on tasks, or even noticing that you're more susceptible to those little sniffles and colds that go around. And what about energy levels? Feeling energetic isn't just about being able to tackle a long to-do list. It's about having the zest for life, the enthusiasm to enjoy your hobbies, spend time with loved ones, and simply get the most out of each day. When we feel tired and sluggish, it can limit what we feel able to do, and that can sometimes lead to feeling a bit isolated or missing out on things we enjoy. So, finding simple ways to boost our energy naturally is something I think we can all appreciate. So, what is this simple nightly addition that has made such a difference for me? Well, it's something you might already have in your kitchen, or it's certainly something that's easily accessible. It's a small serving of almonds. Yes, that's right, just a handful of these wonderful nuts a little while before bedtime. Now, you might be thinking, almonds? What's so special about almonds when it comes to sleep and feeling healthier? That's a great question, and let me tell you, there are several reasons why these little powerhouses can be so beneficial, especially as part of your evening routine. Firstly, almonds are a fantastic source of magnesium. Now, magnesium is a mineral that plays a crucial role in hundreds of bodily functions, including muscle relaxation and nerve function. And guess what? These are both incredibly important for getting a good night's sleep. When your muscles are relaxed and your nervous system is calm, it's much easier for your body to wind down and prepare for sleep. Many of us, as we age, might not be getting enough magnesium in our diets, and even a small deficiency can contribute to restless legs, muscle cramps, and difficulty falling asleep. A handful of almonds can provide a significant boost of this essential mineral, helping to soothe your body and mind before you drift off to sleep. I've personally noticed a real difference in how easily I fall asleep and how much less restless I feel during the night since I started this little habit. But the benefits of almonds don't stop there. They are also a good source of tryptophan, an amino acid that the body uses to produce serotonin and melatonin. Now, you might have heard of melatonin. It's often called the sleep hormone because it helps regulate our sleep-wake cycle. Serotonin, on the other hand, is a neurotransmitter that plays a role in mood regulation and can also be converted into melatonin. So, by consuming almonds, you're providing your body with the building blocks it needs to produce these important sleep-regulating compounds. It's like giving your body a little nudge in the right direction when it comes to preparing for a restful night. And let's not forget about how almonds can contribute to feeling healthier overall. They are packed with healthy fats, which are important for energy production and cell function. These aren't the unhealthy saturated fats you might be thinking of. These are monounsaturated and polyunsaturated fats that are actually good for your heart health. They can help you feel fuller for longer, which can be beneficial if you tend to get those late-night hunger pangs that can disrupt your sleep. Furthermore, almonds are a good source of vitamin E, an antioxidant that helps protect your cells from damage. As we age, our bodies can become more susceptible to oxidative stress, and antioxidants like vitamin E play a vital role in supporting our overall health and well-being. So, that small handful of almonds before bed isn't just helping you sleep, it's also contributing to your overall health in a very positive way. Finally, almonds contain fiber, which is crucial for a healthy digestive system. A well-functioning digestive system is important for overall health and can even impact your sleep. If your digestion is sluggish or uncomfortable, it can certainly make it harder to relax and fall asleep. The fiber in almonds can help keep things moving smoothly, contributing to a more comfortable and restful night. So, you see, this simple habit of eating a small handful of almonds a little while before bed isn't just some old wives' tale. There's actually a good bit of science behind why it can be so beneficial for sleep and overall health, especially as we get older. It's a natural, readily available food that's packed with nutrients that support our bodies in so many ways. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. Aren't nuts high in calories? And that's a fair question. While almonds do contain calories, the key here is moderation. We're talking about a small handful, around a quarter of a cup or about 20 to 25 almonds. This small serving provides a good dose of those beneficial nutrients without being overly high in calories. It's about finding that sweet spot where you're reaping the health benefits without overdoing it. And when should you eat these almonds? I find that having them about an hour or so before I plan to go to bed works best for me. This gives my body enough time to start digesting them and for those wonderful nutrients to start working their magic. You can simply eat them as they are, or if you prefer, you could even lightly toast them for a little extra flavor. Just be sure to avoid adding any extra salt or sugar, as we want to keep this a healthy and beneficial habit. So, that's the first little tip I wanted to share with you today. Incorporating a small handful of almonds into your nightly routine. It's a simple change, but for me, it has made a noticeable difference in my sleep quality and how energetic I feel throughout the day. It's all about finding those little tweaks and additions that can support our health and well-being as we continue to enjoy life to the fullest. It's truly been a game changer for me, and I encourage you to give it a try and see if it makes a difference for you too. Remember, it's all about those small, consistent changes that can add up to significant improvements in how we feel. Now, as I mentioned, that's just one piece of the puzzle when it comes to getting better sleep and feeling healthier as we enjoy our 60s and beyond. There's another simple habit that I've found incredibly beneficial, and it might even surprise some of you. This isn't about diet, or exercise, or anything you need to buy. It's about something we all do every single day, but perhaps we don't always give it the attention it deserves, especially in the hours leading up to bedtime. I'm talking about mindful hydration. Now, you might be thinking, hydration? We all know we need to drink water. And you're absolutely right. Staying properly hydrated throughout the day is crucial for so many bodily functions, from regulating our temperature and transporting nutrients to helping our kidneys and digestive system work efficiently. But when it comes to sleep and how we feel, the timing of our hydration, particularly in the evening, can make a significant difference. For years, I was in the habit of sipping on water or other beverages right up until bedtime. I figured staying hydrated was always a good thing, right? And while that's generally true during the day, I started to realize that my nighttime trips to the bathroom were becoming more frequent, often disrupting my sleep and making it harder to fall back into that deep, restful state. Sound familiar to anyone? It's a common issue as we get older. Our bladder capacity can sometimes decrease, and our bodies might not be able to hold fluids for as long overnight. So, while we absolutely need to stay hydrated during the day, consciously adjusting our fluid intake in the hours leading up to bedtime can make a world of difference in the quality of our sleep. What I started doing, and what I've found to be incredibly helpful, is to gradually reduce my fluid intake in the 2 to 3 hours before I go to bed. This doesn't mean I stop drinking water altogether. It simply means being more mindful of when and how much I'm drinking in the evening. I make sure I've had enough fluids throughout the day, but as evening approaches, I taper off. I might have a small sip of water if I'm feeling particularly thirsty, but I avoid large glasses of water, tea, or other beverages close to bedtime. This simple adjustment has significantly reduced those disruptive nighttime trips to the bathroom. And you know what? When I'm not waking up multiple times to use the restroom, I find that I sleep much more deeply and wake up feeling far more rested and refreshed. It's amazing how such a small change in timing can have such a big impact on sleep quality. Now, you might be wondering, how much water should I be drinking during the day? That's a great question, and the answer can vary depending on individual factors like your activity level, the climate you live in, and any underlying health conditions. A good general guideline is to aim for around 6 to 8 glasses of water throughout the day. Pay attention to your body's thirst cues, and don't wait until you're feeling parched to take a sip. Keeping a water bottle handy and sipping on it regularly throughout the day can be a helpful strategy. But remember, the key for better sleep is to front-load your hydration. Drink most of your fluids earlier in the day and gradually reduce your intake as evening approaches. This allows your body to process those fluids before you settle down for the night, minimizing those disruptive trips to the bathroom. And it's not just about water. Be mindful of other beverages you might be consuming in the evening as well. Caffeinated drinks like coffee and tea, even if you drink them earlier in the evening, can still interfere with your sleep. Caffeine is a stimulant that can keep you awake and disrupt your sleep cycle. It's generally best to avoid caffeinated beverages in the late afternoon and evening. Alcohol, while it might initially make you feel drowsy, can actually disrupt your sleep later in the night. It can lead to fragmented sleep, meaning you wake up more frequently and don't get that deep, restorative rest your body needs. So, while an occasional evening drink might be enjoyable, it's something to be mindful of, especially if you're having trouble sleeping. Even sugary drinks or large amounts of juice close to bedtime can be disruptive. The sugar can give you a temporary energy boost, making it harder to wind down, and the increased fluid intake can lead to those unwanted nighttime trips to the bathroom. So, when it comes to evening beverages, I've found that sticking to small sips of water if needed, or perhaps a small cup of herbal tea that is naturally caffeine-free, like chamomile or peppermint, a couple of hours before bed works best. These options are generally soothing and less likely to interfere with sleep. This mindful approach to hydration isn't just about avoiding nighttime trips to the bathroom. It's also about ensuring our bodies are properly hydrated throughout the day, which, in turn, supports our overall health and energy levels. When we're well hydrated during the day, our bodies function more efficiently. We might experience better energy levels, improved concentration, and even better digestion. And when our bodies are functioning well during the day, it can certainly contribute to a more restful night's sleep. Think of it this way: our bodies are like intricate machines, and water is like the oil that keeps everything running smoothly. We need to keep the engine well lubricated throughout the day, but we don't want to overfill the tank right before we park it for the night. So, the second simple habit I wanted to share with you is to be mindful of your hydration in the evening. Gradually reduce your fluid intake in the 2 to 3 hours before bedtime while ensuring you're staying well hydrated throughout the day. It's a small adjustment, but it can make a significant difference in the quality of your sleep and how rested you feel. Now, we've talked about the power of a small handful of almonds before bed and the importance of mindful evening hydration. These are two relatively simple changes that can have a big impact. But there's another aspect of our evening routine that can significantly influence our sleep and overall well-being, and it's something that many of us might overlook in our busy lives. It's about creating a calming and consistent bedtime routine. Think back to when you were a child. Chances are you had a bedtime routine. Maybe it involved a warm bath, reading a story, and a gentle tuck-in. These routines helped signal to your young body and mind that it was time to wind down and prepare for sleep. Well, guess what? Our bodies still respond incredibly well to routines, even as adults. As we go through our day, we're often bombarded with stimuli, bright lights, screens, noise, and various tasks and responsibilities. By the time evening rolls around, our minds can still be racing, making it difficult to switch gears and relax into sleep. That's where a consistent bedtime routine comes in. It acts as a signal to your body and mind that it's time to slow down, relax, and prepare for rest. What might a calming bedtime routine look like? It can be different for everyone, and it's really about finding what works best for you. But here are a few ideas that I've found helpful and that many others have also found beneficial. One important element is dimming the lights in the hours leading up to bedtime. Bright lights, especially the blue light emitted from electronic devices like smartphones, tablets, and computers, can interfere with our body's natural production of melatonin, that crucial sleep hormone we talked about earlier. So, as evening approaches, try to dim the lights in your home. You might use lamps instead of overhead lights, or even light some candles, safely of course. This softer lighting helps signal to your body that it's getting darker, which naturally promotes the release of melatonin. Another key part of a calming bedtime routine can be avoiding screens for at least an hour or two before you plan to sleep. I know this can be a tough one. Many of us enjoy winding down by watching television or scrolling through our phones. But that blue light can be a real sleep disruptor. Instead of screen time, try engaging in relaxing activities that don't involve bright lights. This could be reading a physical book, not on a tablet, listening to calming music or a podcast, doing some gentle stretching or yoga, or taking a warm bath. Speaking of warm baths, this can be a wonderful way to relax your muscles and prepare your body for sleep. The warmth can be incredibly soothing, and the change in body temperature as you get out of the bath can actually help you feel sleepier. You might even add some Epsom salts to your bath, as they contain magnesium, which, as we discussed earlier, can also promote relaxation. Reading can be another fantastic part of a bedtime routine. Getting lost in a good book can help take your mind off the day's worries and prepare you for sleep. Again, opt for a physical book rather than reading on a screen. Gentle stretching or relaxation exercises can also be very beneficial. Simple stretches can help release tension that might have built up during the day, and practices like deep breathing or progressive muscle relaxation can help calm your mind and body. There are many guided relaxation exercises available online or through apps that you might find helpful. Consistency is key when it comes to a bedtime routine. Try to do the same activities in the same order each night, around the same time. This helps train your body and mind to recognize that these activities signal the approaching time for sleep. Over time, your body will start to naturally wind down as you go through your routine. Now, I know that life isn't always perfectly predictable, and there might be nights when you can't follow your routine exactly. That's okay. The goal isn't perfection. It's about establishing a general pattern that you can follow most nights. Even doing just 1 or 2 calming activities before bed can be beneficial. Creating a calming and consistent bedtime routine is like sending your body a gentle invitation to sleep. It's about creating a peaceful transition from the activity of the day to the stillness of night. And when you consistently give your body and mind that signal, you're much more likely to enjoy a deeper, more restful sleep. Now, for this final piece of the puzzle, we're going to talk about something that might seem obvious, but its impact on our sleep and energy levels is profound. I'm talking about prioritizing a consistent sleep schedule. As we age, our sleep patterns can sometimes shift. We might find ourselves naturally waking up earlier, or perhaps struggling to stay asleep for as long as we used to. While some changes are a normal part of aging, having a wildly inconsistent sleep schedule can really throw our body's natural rhythms out of whack, leading to poor sleep quality and that persistent feeling of fatigue. Think of your body as having an internal clock, often called the circadian rhythm. This internal clock regulates our sleep-wake cycles, as well as other important bodily functions like hormone release and body temperature. When we go to bed and wake up around the same time each day, even on weekends, We help to keep this internal clock in sync. This regularity allows our bodies to anticipate sleep and wakefulness, making it easier to fall asleep, stay asleep, and wake up feeling refreshed. However, when our sleep schedule is erratic, perhaps staying up late one night and then trying to catch up with a long nap the next day, or sleeping in significantly on weekends, it can confuse our internal clock. This can lead to what's sometimes referred to as social jet lag, where our body's natural rhythm is disrupted, similar to the effects of traveling across time zones. The result can be difficulty falling asleep, poor quality sleep, daytime sleepiness, and even feelings of grogginess and irritability. For me, establishing a consistent sleep schedule has been incredibly helpful. I try to go to bed and wake up around the same time each day, give or take about half an hour. This consistency has made a noticeable difference in how easily I fall asleep at night and how alert and energetic I feel during the day. It's like my body knows what to expect, and it's able to prepare itself for rest and wakefulness more effectively. Now, I know that life can sometimes throw curveballs, and there might be occasions when sticking to your regular sleep schedule isn't possible. That's perfectly understandable. But the goal is to make consistency the norm rather than the exception. So, how can you prioritize a consistent sleep schedule? Here are a few practical tips that I've found helpful. Firstly, determine what time you ideally want to wake up feeling rested. Think about your daily routine and when you feel you're most productive and energetic. Then, work backward to figure out what time you need to go to bed to get around 7 to 9 hours of sleep, which is generally recommended for adults. Once you've established your ideal sleep and wake times, try to stick to them as closely as possible, even on weekends. I know the temptation to sleep in on those days off can be strong, but try to limit any changes to your wake-up time to no more than an hour or so. Sleeping in too much on weekends can disrupt your body's natural rhythm and make it harder to fall asleep at your regular time on Sunday night, leading to that dreaded Sunday night insomnia and a groggy start to the week. Create a relaxing bedtime routine, as we discussed earlier, and do it around the same time each night. This helps signal to your body that it's time to wind down and prepare for sleep. Expose yourself to natural light, especially in the morning. Sunlight helps to regulate our circadian rhythm. Getting some sunlight early in the day can help signal to your body that it's time to be awake and alert, which can, in turn, help regulate your sleep cycle at night. Be mindful of naps. While a short nap during the day can sometimes be refreshing, long or irregular naps, especially later in the day, can interfere with your nighttime sleep. If you do nap, try to keep it short, around 20 to 30 minutes, and avoid napping too close to bedtime. Create a comfortable sleep environment. Make sure your bedroom is dark, quiet, and cool. A comfortable mattress and pillows are also essential for good quality sleep. Be patient and persistent. It might take some time for your body to adjust to a new sleep schedule. Don't get discouraged if you don't see results immediately. Stick with it, and over time, your body's natural rhythm will likely start to align with your consistent sleep times. Prioritizing a consistent sleep schedule isn't just about getting enough hours of sleep, it's about the quality of that sleep. When our internal clock is in sync, we're more likely to experience deeper, more restorative sleep, which translates to feeling more energetic, alert, and healthier overall. So, there you have it, 3 simple yet powerful habits that have truly helped me sleep better and feel healthier after 65. Incorporating a small serving of almonds into my nightly routine, being mindful of my hydration in the evening, and prioritizing a consistent sleep schedule. These aren't radical changes, they're small, manageable adjustments that can have a significant positive impact on our well-being. Remember, it's not about striving for perfection or making drastic overnight changes. It's about making small, sustainable adjustments that you can easily incorporate into your daily life. Be patient with yourself and celebrate the small victories along the way. Every little step you take towards better sleep and a healthier lifestyle is a step in the right direction. I truly hope that sharing these habits has been helpful and perhaps given you some ideas that you can try incorporating into your own routine. We all deserve to feel our best, no matter our age, and sometimes, the simplest changes can make the biggest difference. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Have you tried any of these habits? What are some of the things that you find help you sleep better and feel healthier? Please Please share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Your insights can be incredibly valuable to others in our wonderful community. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't already, I'd be absolutely delighted if you would subscribe to the channel for more tips and insights on living a healthy and fulfilling life. Thank you so much for spending this time with me today. Remember, small changes can indeed lead to big improvements in your health and happiness. Here's to many more nights of restful sleep and days filled with energy and vitality. Until next time, take good care and be well.